The beauty of the Democratic Party here in California is our great diversity, and it's our strength, of course. It also reflects the changing demographics of the state of California. No surprise that the Democratic Party registration continues to grow as the Republican Party's registration continues to sink. Stonewall is really, I think, the focal point of the LGBT component of the Democratic Party. So we are a coalition player along with the African American community of Democrats, the Asian American community of Democrats, the Latino community of Democrats, and all the other, the seniors and the advocates for children and for women. All of us make up this great Democratic Party. Stonewall is a major player among them. Well, I had the honor of being awarded by the Stonewall Democratic Club in Los Angeles. I think it was called the Sheila Kuehl Trailblazer Award. Of course, it meant a great deal to me because Sheila is not only a very dear friend of many decades, but also a former colleague of mine in the state legislature. I also got an award, I think it was at the time we were doing our marriage equality bill, to travel to Phoenix and accept an award from the Phoenix Stonewall Democratic Club. So I've been able to enjoy the strength of Stonewall across the country. As I mentioned earlier, all of the different component parts of the Democratic Party, I think Stonewall among them speaks of American values, values of respect and dignity and validation for all human life, making sure that we fight for equity, for fairness, make sure that everyone has an opportunity to pursue hopes, dreams, and aspirations. And I think Stonewall, given that we as a community, the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community, is really the one community yet in this country that does not have federal protections for basic things such as housing and employment and public accommodation. Almost over half the states of this country you can still be fired just for being who you are, or denied housing just for being who you are. So those are the values that we bring to the party, and because we're still fighting for our first-class citizenship, I think and I hope that we better inform our brothers and sisters from all the many other communities within the Democratic Party that we still have work to do. I think it's important that we all are very conscious of the fact that each of us has a lot of work to do between now and Election Day in November. We've got to get Barack Obama reelected, and even though California will be solidly blue, we can volunteer our time even sitting at home at our own computer, sending emails or making phone calls, and the state party can help provide us with the resources so that we use our time in a very targeted fashion, whether we're calling voters in Nevada or in Colorado or some of these swing states. We've got to get Dianne Feinstein reelected, and of course we have to pass the governor's revenue measure, Proposition 30. Otherwise, we're going to see K-12 school year cut by up to 3 weeks. Kids are really going to be harmed if we don't pass this measure. Really, what Prop 30 does, very simply, is fills a revenue hole that Arnold Schwarzenegger dug us into his first day in office when he cut taxes he could not afford to do. And we've had a structural imbalance in our budget, which everyone's well aware of, ever since then. Prop 30 just fills that hole so we can get back up to ground level. And then in the coming years, as our economy continues to grow and is revived, we can begin to restore the damage that we've done to our public infrastructures of education and higher education, housing and health care and social services, our court system. Everything's been damaged. Now it's time to rebuild. Prop 30 is a fundamental keystone to that rebuilding.